in the world, the greatest character building school in the world, and I'm playing for one of the greatest coaches of all time in Bob Knight. Boom, boom, boom. Those aren't punches that knock you out. Those are punches that give you that leadership character, the knowledge of playing for, you know, a brilliant, brilliant coach. How lucky can you get? I can get a lot more lucky. I get to serve in the Army, and after I do my service, and Coach Knight gives me an opportunity to go to Indiana and go to graduate school. I'm there for 1 year. They have one of the greatest teams of all time. I learned there. And then at 28, you think Shire's young. He's 33. I was 28. Although, you know, more handsome, you know, at that time in my life. And, in my opinion, Marcel, not in your opinion. All right. And the people at West Point believed in me. I got that opportunity, and as a result, we turned around a 7-44 program into a 73-59 program. And then you get lucky again. Yeah, interview for the Duke job, and the guy who had the most belief in me was Tom Butters. He really believed in me. And he believed in me multiple times. And he gave me this opportunity. And after 3 years, most people wanted that opportunity to go to someone else. I guess that's a nice way of saying they wanted to get rid of me. But not the guy who believed in me. Not the guy who believed in me. My opportunities were followed with belief. The best. The very best. And we started all of this. All of this. And then in the mid-90s, I got extremely sick, physically, emotionally, mentally, and was going to get out of coaching. He believed in me again. But there was another guy who believed in me. His name was Keith Brody. He was my second president, and I've had great presidents. Keith Brody was, in my 41 years here, was the best person I've ever known. And during that time of presidency, he believed in me. He should. We won a couple championships and all that. But he believed in me in one of my darkest hours. For those months of rehabbing and getting better, he believed in me every day. Another opportunity. Wouldn't have taken advantage of it without belief. Strong belief. Throughout the years, it was a little bit easier to believe in me. Championships, and I'm glad a lot of recruits believed in me because they made me a heck of a lot better coach. Some of the great players in the history of college basketball played right here. Played right here. And every day I had an opportunity to be with the best. And I found that relationship I had with the reverse of the relationship I had with Coach Ostrowski and Father Rogue. Now they believed in me. Wow. What a life. I then get an opportunity to coach the United States team. 11 years. Jerry Colangelo, he said, I want you, you're a college coach, and I want you to coach the national team. Yeah. I jumped at it. And in our first competition, we lost. We didn't know what we were doing yet. and Greece beat us in the World Championships in Tokyo in 2006. The worst day of my life in coaching. The worst day. I wanted to end it. That's it. And I went up to Jerry and I said, I'm sorry. And he said, we'll get this done. I believe in you. In your darkest hours and that, it's not just about opportunity, man. It's about someone believing in you. 77 games later, 3 Olympic gold medals, 2 world championships. That belief turned into this. And so, for me, the opportunity to coach here at one of the great institutions in the world and be around not good people, but great people has made me, Mickey, my family, so much better. You might ask, why are you doing this right now? Look, this is not about health. Mickey and I, whether we look like she does, whether I look healthy, I am. It's not about COVID or saying, boy, that year was so bad. It's not about that. It's certainly not about what's going on with college basketball, where, boy, the game's changing. All right, I've been in it for 46 years. You mean the game's never changed? You know, in the progression of the game, we have always had to adapt to the changes in culture, the changes in rules, the changes in the world. We're going through one right now. That's not the reason. Those aren't the reasons. Those would be bad reasons, especially the health one. You know, the reason we're doing this is because Mickey and I have decided the journey's going to be over in a year. And we're going to go after it as hard as we possibly can. And then we'll be a part of Duke's continuing journey, like President Price said, for as long as we're around. For as long as we're around. The last thing I will say before answering any questions, if you have any, is the biggest opportunity I've had in my life and the people who have believed in me the most are my ladies, my wife and my 3 daughters have made me so much better. They've been there in those dark days, those dark nights, those celebratory times too. They have always believed in me. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to thank, this is not a day for thanking everybody because it's not over. But today it's a day to thank you all. Yeah, I'm a lucky guy, and we're going to go for it as much as possible, as much as we can this year, and we're going to try to return this place into being what it's supposed to be, and then we'll be able to walk away.